Alright, what's up guys? So, doing a review of a couple of products today. First one is the StartRC Mobile Sunhood for a DJI Mini 2 and Mavic Air 2, and the second one is a phone or tablet iPad holder for the Mavic series controllers. Now I've already popped open this one, and what you get inside, all folded up nicely, is this. On one side it's felt, quite nice and soft, smooth. The other side is just like a plasticky vinyl sort of a thing. Nice little StartRC logo there. And then I very quickly realised that just with a little bit of playing around, this thing has little magnet tabs inside, and it quite quickly turns into a hood. Now, what I didn't know, what I couldn't figure out straight away, was how this attached to my controller. I was trying to, I thought it would have gone around the back of the controller and over, and your phone would go in here. What I ended up doing was a bit of research. It wasn't hard, went on YouTube and found a guy called Ron Brown, and he's got a video here where he does a review and shows the hood going in. So thanks to Ron Brown. I also see some people commenting on his review saying thanks for making this. I was so confused when I opened the box. It ended up being a lot simpler than I thought, and that is true. It is a lot simpler than I thought. You got little holes in the top here. There's 3 of them. You got the little tabs up here. What you do is you slot the little tabs on the phone holder into the holes in the top, and then all you do is you just push the holder up into where your phone sits. So now that's held on, that's easy. You then get your phone. I'm running a Samsung S20 Ultra 5G, so it's quite a big phone. Sit that up into where the holders are as well, and then you just push the whole lot up, pop it into place, and then on the end of the hood, little tab here, and inside is the mine's a little bit off to the side at the moment, but if I slide this across, and pop that back open, yeah, there's the charging port. So now we can just put this around. Everything's a little bit harder when you first get something and you're learning how to use it. It is always a little bit harder. Now I've got my cable connected, the phone's inside, and I can already tell that this is going to be awesome. Even with the lights that I have going in here, this phone is well sheltered and I can see it very well. So I'm pretty happy with that. So I guess pack down, plug the cable, pop out the phone, hood came with it, that's fine. Put the controller away, and then I think if you're careful about how you do it, then it folds down to nothing pretty easily. So that's going to be easily stored away. It's going to be pretty simple. So I like that. Now, the second one I haven't opened yet. This one came, the box is a little bit creased up. I mean, it has come from North Las Vegas, and I'm in New Zealand, so it's done alright to come this far and not be completely crushed, really. So in this box, a nice little carry bag, pop that open. And inside of this, we have a few little bits. So here's the base plate. I'm going to have to figure out how to use this one too. This is one part. Here is the, I'm guessing, the holder. Spring-loaded holder. And then in this bag, another little bag here, we have a nice little StartRC lanyard. So we have our lanyard, we've then got Velcro to pack it away, and then the little screw wing nut thing that will put the base plate to the phone holder, tablet holder. And this one's got instructions, which is good. But looking at it, it's real easy to put together, I hope. So what we have is with the base plate, on the back side you can see these little domes. I believe if we push on the little domes, we now have these parts that start to raise out. So put them together, slide the support nut over the top, clip what is now a dome head with the little support arms into the back of the holder, and then just carefully wind the wing nut onto the phone holder, onto the tablet holder. And then that'll support it, so now you have your whole setup. That will then go in place of where your phone would go. So get the cable out of the way, put it into the top, and then pushing from the bottom. Oh well, that's quite good. So what I've just noticed is when you slide it in, it's actually got, down here, it's got this little shape, this bit that sticks up through the middle. What that does is it locates its center in through here. So you've got the little rubber pads that your phone would sit into, they sit onto these parts. So it actually centralizes and holds it in really quite firm. So I don't know if you can see that very well, but it's sitting inside there now. So the next big test is, what can it hold? What sizes can we hold? So I've got my children's little old Samsung tablet, which is not something that I would use. It's a little bit underpowered. Putting that on sideways, nice rubber grips too on the insides here, you can see them, quite rippy. It does hold it that way, but it has the ability to slide. So that's only a small Samsung, I don't know what size that is. That screen size would be, that's a 7-inch tablet. So let's try that 7-inch tablet. Going a long ways. Look at that. That holds quite firmly. So it's not bad, you can get it sitting how you want it. crank up the nut, they ain't going nowhere. I mean, it's got a little bit of wobble to it, but so be it. It'll be really great if we could get the hood to fit as well, but I definitely won't with that tablet, and like I said, I wouldn't be using that tablet. Anyway, grab one end, pull it out a little bit, take the tablet out, easy enough. Here I have my old iPad. I don't actually know what model this is, I've had it for ages. As you can see, you might be able to see it's a wee bit broken. This is from a tablet holder I had on my Mavic Pro, my original Mavic Pro. It used to clamp over the sides and it put quite a bit of tension down like this, and only held on by about that much. I went to go use this one day, had it in my holder, put the controller down, picked it back up and went, oh god. So it's shattered from that point out and then down across the whole screen, so it has made a mess of it. That's a bit unfortunate. There's a previous piece of equipment, not from this company. So for this one, I'm going to turn the holder up and down, angle it back a little bit, so it's got a nice wee angle on it. Crank that up, and hopefully that should hold. So I'm just sitting it down into the bottom of the holder, stretch the holder out, slip it over the top, and I mean that's pretty sturdy. It has got, that's me just giving a little wobbles with my hand. I mean there's a lot of weight on these two tiny little arms, but you're not going to be going smashing your hands around everywhere. I mean you might walk around and whatnot, so you might do a little bit of this, but you're not going to be going out and just swinging them around everywhere. It's firm enough for me, and I don't mind. This covering the controller. If you look at it from this angle, I've got the controller pretty much fully covered. I hold it back like this, you can't see, but I don't need to see my controller when I'm operating. I mean, you've got your record button back here, you've got your gimbal button, your sticks are under here, and they're perfectly accessible, so that's cool. The only other thing I haven't attached to it is the lanyard. So to attach the lanyard, my guess is well, you've got two options. You have got either the little hook or you've got the little piece of string with the quick clip. Now there is 3 holes underneath this thing. It's kind of hard to see on this angle, but there's you can kind of see them on this picture. There's three little holes on it. So if I attach this lanyard to one of those holes and chuck this around my neck, okay, so it does, it holds the controller up. So I mean, I now have the controller held up. It does do that, but it does also do that. I don't know if I've got it on the right spot, so I'm going to have to play this a little bit. So my guess is that these 3 circles are meant to be the point here where we attach it. And I mean, you could attach the little piece of string with the quick clip and have that permanently on there and then just clip on. I mean, it's just as easy to put the little carabiner sort of clip on, but I'm just getting a little bit of a pull at the moment on the neck. It's not too bad. The biggest thing is going to be that it wants to, with a big tablet on, it wants to fall sideways. So I mean, it takes a bit of weight. I guess it takes the weight off my hands if I'm holding it like this. But I'm not always just responsible for it with my hands and always having the weight in my hands. So that's alright. You just got to be careful. If you take your hands off the controller and then you turn straight away, it does want to just fall over, like. So there is that to be aware of. But otherwise, it is holding in there nicely. I can throw it around, give it a bit of a pull. I'm pulling sideways on it, and it's not coming out of the holder. The only other thing that I can maybe see being a problem with something like this, you have to be real careful, is all of this, let's grab my screen back, all this weight is now dangling on your phone holder, which they're not designed for. Okay, so good product, just be careful when using it, because you don't want to go smashing this out. If I'm correct, this is potentially antennas. I haven't actually looked it up, but I think these may be antennas. I could be wrong. So just don't go throwing this thing around too much if you've got a big tablet like this on. I mean, this is a 10-inch or something, isn't it? What screen's this? 9.5-inch screen. And it's a big old, steel backed iPad, so it is heavy. But all in all, I mean, it's good. It's definitely holding the screen. Now all I need is a sun hood to go on my iPad. It's a little bit small. It'll work good for my Samsung. And I mean, I don't always take the iPad. The iPad is good because you've got that big screen. But I am going to have the problem of sun. So I mean, I took my hands off it and it just fell sideways. It's a little bit scary when it does that, but it is holding on, it hasn't fallen out. I mean, worst comes to worst, I could 3D printer hood for this, unless Oyeld wants to send out a hood that can attach to this that I can try out. I probably most of the time would just use my Samsung, but we'll see, depends on what jobs I'm doing. Anyway, so that should unclip pretty easy. That's now off. Hold one side, carefully pull the tablet out. Now, I mean, depends on if you want to pack it away and fit it into a bag. If you just, chuck it in a box, it's that easy. Literally just pop it in, pop it out. That's pretty easy. The other thing I was just thinking too is this may actually be, other than the fact I can't use my sun hood, I may also use my phone. Can I use my phone in here? Because what I'm thinking, is there any benefit to having this? Is there any benefit to having this? So I'll just put my phone in there. Obviously using this, the standard little tiny cables that you have tucked inside of here don't reach. too short, even if I go through the center. Yeah, it's not gonna reach. So you'd have to run your own cable, which is not a big problem. You definitely have to do that anyway, running a tablet. The reason why I kind of like that for my phone is it gives me access to volume and my power button. When it's in the controller, I have to have my phone offset one side so my buttons are sticking out, otherwise the controller squeezes on the buttons. So that's a bonus. It'd be cool if I could get the Sunhood to work with it. But otherwise that's sitting pretty sturdy. I'm happy with that. And then it's quite easily to just lift it up, pop it out, and then after that, phone comes out, loosen the wing nut off, that's down, pop that out, there's part 1, wing nut, part 2, and then just drop the arms back down, part 3. And I guess if you wanted to, I mean, it's probably not good keeping the springs inside of here opened up all the time, because they might lose a little bit of the tension. But that hides in there quite nicely. Chuck your wing nut on the back, and then you've got your lanyard. But there goes your whole holder, stashed away quite nicely. So all in all, I like them both. They are good products. Oh yeah, comes in this little bag, doesn't it? So that actually, putting them away like that, it even sort of tightens up how much stuff you have in the bag as well. But like I said, I don't want to ruin my spring tension, so I'm going to keep these separate. Number 1. Number 2. Cool if that could fit in there, but I don't think it's going to. So, StartRC. Sent to me by Oyeld. I like them. Good products. These are from the Amazon store. Mavic Mini 2 Sunhood Sunshade Sunhood Sunshield cover for DJI Air 2S Mavic Air 2 control accessories for 4.4 to 7.1 inch screen, smartphone screen. So that's the Sunhood. So that's the first product, and the second product that I looked at was the Mavic Air 2S tablet holder, foldable 4 to 12 inch phone, iPad bracket mount holder with an adjustable lanyard for DJI Mavic Mini 2, Mavic Air 2, Mavic Mini, Mavic Pro and Platinum and Spark. So it shows a whole lot of compatibility. That one, just trying to think, that phone holder would work with the Mavic Pro. I would try to think how far, because the arm's stretched out the bottom of that controller and you'd have to slide it in. I don't know how well it would hold in there, so that's something just to keep in mind. But I guess too, there's holes, so you could strap that mounting plate into. I'm trying to think now, I haven't had that. So with this little mounting plate on the Mavic Pro, the arms came out the bottom, and that's what you put your phone into, down in there. So that could go down in there. I would be a little bit concerned about having the tablet hanging off that and having this just in there, but because you've got these holes, you could put a strap around it, I guess, if you wanted to, and that would hold it all pretty tight. Okay, yeah, so I just found on the Amazon site here, they got a picture of the lanyard being clipped into that plate, and it does show it being clipped into that center hole there. Let's get the other way, into there. So I mean, you've got 3 holes, but you don't, obviously you wouldn't go on these side ones because it's just going to want to do that. You want to go on the center one. Future bin here, now I realised this is a single point lanyard. It's got 1 clip, goes around. My old Mavic controller used to have a lanyard that came around to 2 clips. Those 2 holes on the outside of that base plate, if you had a 2 clip lanyard, that would hold that whole thing sturdy. So that's something I'm going to have to buy. It didn't come with the mount, which would have been nice, but that's one way of improving the stability of that. So it is there, and that is how it's meant to be used. Just remember, if you've got a massive tablet hanging off it, it will want to fall sideways. So it is good to be able to take that weight off of your hands from holding it all the time. Just don't rely on it to hold it dead still. It will want to fall over if you're not careful. Oh yeah, and they've got a video on their website, on the Amazon. So it shows it putting it together. So that's a nice little video showing it. Anyway, I hope this review helps. Maybe make some decisions. I am glad that I came across this product and came across one of the representatives wanting someone to review it, and I did, because I was about to start looking for these 2 products. Sunhoods are always good. It's a pain in the butt if you don't have like a crystal sky, whatever it is, monitor. If you got your phone, you know what it's like trying to look at a phone in the sunlight. It's bloody horrible, or on a tablet. And the tablet holder, definitely needed that, because I used to run my iPad all the time with my Mavic Pro. So that is going to be handy. I like having that big screen to be able to see what you're doing. A lot of what I do is filming vehicles, chasing vehicles, and although I may have a spotter with me, I do a lot of what I'm doing on the screen. So having that big screen, being able to see where I'm going is good. So having one of those holders is definitely a bonus. Anyway, I think that's about it for the review. I hope it helped. And yeah, get on Amazon, search up Oyeld. I will link both these products down below in the description. And yeah, leave a like, subscribe, comment, all that stuff. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.